When I speak of a soul awakening, I recognize that this is a very big topic to tackle, and I look forward to doing so over a series of audios and videos for you. But I'd like to get started. And today, what I'll do is cover three basic ideas with you. The first is when you start to recognize the truth of who you are. And the second is how the discomfort in your life and the pain that you're feeling can actually be a gift or a blessing in disguise, not because these things aren't painful, but because they really push you to look to see what's really happening and going on in your life that's not sitting well and causes you to question, could there possibly be a better way? And the third thing is that awakening moment, that moment of it's that moment that you can't go back, that you recognize that you've hooked into something or connected into something that is so powerful and so life-changing that there's no going back at all. And this is the idea that your soul knows who you are, of course, and where you are, and is here to guide you right on time for your highest good and for your highest and best. So let's get started. The truth of who you are, simply put, is you are human, of course, imperfect and flawed and making mistakes. And yet, at the same time, you are also divine. You have the divine spark within you. The human aspect is you. It's the part of you that you mostly recognize as your personality, is your that separate ego identity or separate self. And I assure you, you do need your ego intact to survive in this world and to thrive and to navigate and to really function well in your life and in your life experience. And while you have this ego that helps you identify with that separate, individuated self, you also have a divine aspect, which is connected to your source, to your creator, to your higher self, or to God. And while you are not God, the creator, you are the created one, which means as you begin to wake up, you recognize that you have access to a power that will help you restore and reclaim your life in ways that you may never have imagined before. So where I'd like to go from here is that moment when you say to yourself, this isn't working. I'm recognizing a pattern where I'm self-sabotaging myself. I keep going down the same path, meeting the same people, doing the same thing over and over again, and there has to be a better way. And this is actually your moment to choose. This is your moment of saying, if there has to be a better way, maybe it's time to look for it and find it. And as you move in that direction, it's less about speed and more about that direction, moving in that direction, away from things that are toxic and harmful to you, recognizing them and deciding to not choose against yourself anymore, and move into situations, relationships, experiences that are more uplifting and positive and affirming for you, even if they're not familiar to you. And the more you focus on your connection to yourself, to your soul, and to your divine essence, or the higher self, the easier it gets. And the easier it gets, the better it gets, where that connection and understanding it more and more becomes a primary focus or a primary goal. It becomes the goal and the focus. Where the rest of life is still happening, you're enriching your life by bringing in a powerful, soulful component of your spiritual life and your spiritual self. So pain serves as a wake-up call or a push or a nudge in the right direction. And I can assure you that for some people, it has to get pretty dark. It has to be actually pretty challenging to make that step and to make that leap, to ask those bigger questions. And that's where pain can actually serve you. Not saying it's easy. In fact, the journey itself is very hard, and that's why some people never do it, or they won't do it in this lifetime, and that's okay. If you're starting to recognize patterns where you're sabotaging yourself, or you're going round and round in circles, or you're still carrying emotional pain, baggage, mental stressors that are repetitive and it's like being on rinse and repeat, you might be at that moment where you're ready to cross over and say, okay, it's time to live in a bigger and better way and to really call on the power of my soul. And that's where I come in. And that's where I love to help my clients to work through everyday problems and challenges and big obstacles and hurdles and to shrink those things down and bring those illusions and delusions down to size where they can be managed and navigated and ultimately removed. And if this resonates with you in any way, I'd love to be a part of your journey. I offer free discovery sessions where you can pop onto my website, KristenResmo.com, set up 30 minutes with me to share with me your unique experience and where you're at this time and where you're growing and healing. And I can share with you what I offer, resources for you or direction for you. Would love to chat. And stick around. Watch for more of these videos by liking, subscribing, and commenting here and helping me grow this channel and grow this community. Thank you so much for being here with me today and spending this time. I look forward to next time. And until then, take good care. Bye-bye.